Hey my tribe, welcome back. It's your girl Alexis, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. Y'all, I love this. So I'm using my tripod now. I totally forgot I bought a tripod, and I know like a couple videos back I told y'all I had ordered a tripod and I ain't used it yet after I had got it, and I totally forgot. All the stuff that I was doing while I was away, I didn't have no tripod. And then halfway through the things that I was doing, then my tripod came, and I'm holding the tripod and it's kind of heavy. So now I see what all the other YouTubers kind of be talking about, and I see it kind of got a little weight to it, you know, and you got to kind of like keep your hands steady so that it don't move too much. But I like it because it can move really quickly. So yes, y'all, I'm really loving wearing my hair like this. I don't know what it is about this hairstyle, but it got me like really falling in love with my hair again, because I had to cut off like 4 inches, y'all. Like, and that was my problem, you know what I'm saying? That was my fault, because I didn't get my edges clipped in like 3 years, and I didn't know how to properly keep my hair hydrated. You know, I was putting oil in my hair, but I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do to like seal it in, you know, because you have to use a conditioner and then you have to seal it in with oil, and I was not doing that. I was either doing one or the other, so my hair was never getting hydrated the proper way. And I was pretty much going on throughout my whole hair journey, and that's been over 9 years ago since I've been on this. So, you know, hey, you learn, and now I know, you know. So now I'm on another like, you know, hair journey, because my hair is like, my hair be really dry. You know, I have 4C hair and I have low porosity hair, and my hair be really dry. You know, I really be needing to moisturize my hair and hydrate my hair probably 3 to 4 times out of a week. We're trying to keep up with it, you know. But lately, y'all, I just been doing this hairstyle, you know, doing my edges, have my little curly hairs on the side, you know. I don't got on no makeup today. I literally just washed my face, put on some moisturizer, rose water spray, and shea butter like I always do. And yeah, y'all, I got on green today. green today, y'all. I'm taking y'all with me to my doctor's appointments, to the orthopedics doctor. And if you guys do not know, an orthopedic doctor is for bones. I didn't know that, honestly. I'm probably not gonna take this tripod with me, because when I get to the hospital, they check your bag, and I don't want them to see this tripod and be like, what is this, you know, and think that I got something implanted in it and then I can't take it, or I gotta throw it away. Like, I don't want to deal with that. So I think I'm probably gonna leave my tripod here. But I definitely wanted to start this video off using my tripod, because I really wanted to see how it was to use it, and I really like it, and I definitely will use it more in my videos. So it's pretty cold out here. I'm so upset that it is May and it's still so cold outside. Like, Mother Nature, what is going on? Like, wow. Luckily, y'all, your girl got health insurance, and with my health insurance, they give you transportation to your doctor's appointment. So I had went ahead and set that up. I know that everything will be okay. You know, I know that, you know, whatever it is, that it will get handled, you know. And like, I was dealing with this situation like really actually a lot last year, because I was trying to figure out what was going on. I went to the doctor, gave me an x-ray, but it wasn't deep enough to see in my right knee. So that is what I'm going to be seeing about, is my right knee. I went last year, y'all, and as y'all know, last year with the pandemic, it was still kind of very chaotic and crazy. And it was around the time where like it was hard to get appointments. It was hard to just set up appointments for anything, you know. It was always a time limit and everything. So yeah, so I was like, they had to schedule me for an MRI. They were supposed to call me 2 weeks after my appointment, but nobody ever called me. And then when I tried to call, I couldn't get through to anybody, y'all. So I let it go. Unlike me, that, you know, when you deal with mental illness, you know, for a long time, I didn't care about my health, you know, and I'm not even gonna say it necessarily was that. I just ignored it, you know. So I'm definitely doing this video too for anybody that's out there, that if y'all have insurance and y'all know, or y'all think, or this, y'all know something is wrong with y'all, go get checked out now. You know what I'm saying? Go get checked out now. Don't let it prolong. Don't let it keep going on, you know, because honestly, this knee problem happened, I want to say probably 8 or 9 years ago. And it was during a time where I was friends with someone, and we were downtown chilling with this guy. And you know, he had a very, very, very low couch, and I got up. Like I was sitting on the low couch. My knees were still completely bent, and they were together. And when I got up, I don't know, for some odd reason, like I felt my knee just go out of place, and like I couldn't move, and like I almost fell. And like, you know, my best friend, she kind of like caught me at that time, but like, you know, I couldn't put no pressure on my knee for a while. Like it was inflamed, it was swelling up, but it wasn't broken, it wasn't fractured, because like moments later I was fine, you know. But then, you know, as time went on, years went on, I would have these episodes off and on where my knee would basically just like, I guess, come out, but it wouldn't completely come out of place, but it would just like come out of place and then go back. And then when it goes back, I have swelling and inflammation that has built up, and then I'll be kind of in pain a little bit. I can't put no pressure, I can't really move. So, you know, that has happened throughout these years. And then when I finally went to go see about it at the beginning of this pandemic, like really early in this pandemic, probably like the second year in this pandemic is when I started to deal with my knee. Then just recently I had an episode, and it scared me because it took me longer than usual to be able to start walking back on my knee. It took a long time this last time, just recently, for the swelling to go down, and I got really, really worried. I basically wanted to cry. But I was just like, you know what, I just need to go ahead and call my orthopedic doctor again, go ahead and go up there and see what's going on again. And this time I need to make it to my MRI appointment, because that was what he was saying that I really need to do. I need to make it to my MRI appointment so that they could see deeper in my knee. Recently went to my MRI appointment. It was very different, it was very new. And then I completely forgot that I was getting an MRI, and I went and got my belly button pierced, y'all. So I had to take the piercing out after a week, and I had to like replace it with like this plastic thing that I had got for my industrial ears, my industrial piercing, but I had used it for my belly ring, and luckily it worked. So I couldn't have no metal things, you know, when I did my MRI and stuff like that. So yeah, so I was able to get it done, and now we are here, May 2nd, and my appointment is at like 1:15. But my ride said it should be here around like 12:15, which is 12:12. So I hope they're coming now. DMC Sinai Grace, like, you know, as far as like if I gotta get surgery and stuff like that, like I'ma just, you know, go ahead and just look separately for another doctor for that, because I will not be getting surgery at Sinai Grace. No. I just want to go ahead and just see what it is that's the problem, and see what's going on, because, you know, I think I have 3 options. Maybe more, but basically what I've heard is that I could either have surgery for a meniscus tear, or go to physical therapy because I need to build muscle, or get some type of shots in my knees. But honestly, I just feel like it's probably physical therapy. Like I need to probably build muscle around my knees. So I think that's probably what it is. I hope that's what it is. But I really don't want to get surgery. You know, I feel like I'm too young for that. I'm a little nervous, but I know I'll be all right. I prayed a lot last night, and people who know, you know, that I'm going to this appointment, you know, they definitely sending me their best wishes, and I really appreciate that. For the people that have definitely called me and checked on me and made sure that I'm okay, you know. So I will see y'all at my appointment at Sinai. I would definitely try and give y'all, you know, some scenery so y'all can see how it is, you know. I ain't never had no Megan Thee Stallion knees, but you know, my knees have always worked perfectly fine, especially before this incident had happened. My knees were perfectly fine, and then even after that, you know what I'm saying, my knees were still perfectly fine. But like, you know, as time went on, my episodes started to happen more frequently, and like, that's right, even over the pandemic I did have to go to the emergency room, because when it happened, like, I was really hurt. And when I went to the emergency room, basically I had to use crutches. Like I had to stay home, keep my feet up, and wear crutches for like a week and a half. So this time recently, it really sat me down for hours. And I was just like, wow, this is kind of scary. So yeah, I'm finna deal with this, y'all. It's time to deal with it. And it's Mercury retrograde right now, you know, and we in Pluto retrograde too. So I'm dealing with it. I'm not finna let this keep going on, you know what I'm saying? Like I need to address this issue with my knee, you know, because your girl finna be on a flight in the next coming months, and I'm trying to be well, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be in no other country in the emergency room because I was trying to drop it like it's hot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not trying to be in no emergency room in no other country because of my knee, you know what I'm saying? For me, you know what I'm saying, just doing the most simplest daily task, and my knee just happened to just pop out of place because I turned wrong or moved wrong. Like I'm just not trying to be like that. So I'm trying to deal with this so that when I get on that flight and be out here and be traveling, I ain't gotta worry about my knee, you know. That's one less thing to, you know, worry about. And yeah, because even before my knee, I was dealing with my tilted hip, y'all, and y'all wouldn't even believe that I had a tilted hip. Like probably that first year and a half of the pandemic, I had found out I had a tilted hip, y'all. Like it was so crazy, like, you know. And I just feel like when you go through a lot of trauma, it could take an effect on your body, you know what I'm saying? It may not take an effect then, it could take an effect years later, because when you in this fight or flight mode or survival mode a lot of times in your life, you know what I'm saying, your body will start to reflect that, you know. And like definitely when I went to a chiropractor, it did survival mode, like, you know what I'm saying, down the road your body will have a certain type of reaction. Because I was, you know what I'm saying, going through all these traumatic experiences, and then when you go through all these traumatic experiences, you can feel so little of yourself, you know, and you could just let yourself go and not even realize it, you know what I'm saying. And that was me, you know what I'm saying, that was me for a long time. Like I let myself go, you know what I'm saying. I felt the worst about myself, you know. So that definitely, you know what I'm saying, it messed with my body, you know. And I just feel like my hip was just like tilt, you know. But I had went to a chiropractor and it helped a lot. I definitely still want to go back to a chiropractor. I gotta find another chiropractor. I'm definitely gonna do that because, you know, and I just feel like everybody should go to a chiropractor, you know, even if you don't have anything wrong, because the stress of daily life alone will have you tense in your bones and in your body, and that's why you need to see a chiropractor to relieve you, you know, because I really need to go to this doctor's appointment. So see y'all when I'm at the hospital. I made it, y'all. I made it in enough time. That driver, he was driving fast too. He was, and I did not mind because I wanted to get to my appointment on time, because I literally had 1 minute before I would have been too late. But I'm in here now, y'all. See. I'm in here now. I'll be back with my final results, y'all. I'll be back. Hey my tribe. So y'all, let me tell y'all about the crazy day that I had. And yes, this is 2 days after my doctor's appointment. And we 2 days after this doctor's appointment, y'all, because my screen was already cracked, y'all. Okay, my screen was already cracked, it already was damaged, but I was still able to do what I needed to do. And I had already decided that I was going to use my Samsung Galaxy S8 for vlogging, and you know what I'm saying, just everything when I need to be creative, when I need to edit, when I need to take pictures, when I need to take videos, just everything that I'm gonna do for this channel, I will do on this phone. I will use for this phone and for my laptop, but mainly for this phone, you know, because I can't vlog with my laptop. I have to vlog with my phone. So that happened right after my doctor's appointment, y'all. I kid y'all not, I literally was on my phone editing for a new intro video. I got off of it and then I did something else on my other phone because I think I was trying to see where my transportation was at. Yeah, that's what I did. I got off of my Samsung Galaxy, locked it up, you know, it went back to my lock screen, and I was calling my insurance to see where my transportation was because I had already got to my appointment late. So because I got there late, it was like I was off of schedule when I told them to send my transportation back like 45 minutes after my appointment, which because I was already running late, it was already behind on time. So of course the person who was supposed to come back and get me 45 minutes after my appointment wasn't going to do it because I was already behind, you know what I'm saying? I was already late. I was already running late, not on my end, but because of the driver. So I was on the phone calling, trying to get that set up. They was like, okay, you know what I'm saying, give them 30 minutes. So they said give them 30 minutes, they should be there. So I figured I'm gonna go back on my phone, finish doing my intro video, y'all, and as soon as I was trying to do my pattern, it was not working. It was not sliding up, it was not working at all. I ended up using my finger, which I didn't realize that, oh, I set up my finger to scan so that way I wouldn't have to put in my pattern. It unlocked. But I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I got off the phone again, closed it back, and then this time it would not let me open up my phone. Then this time I had restarted my phone when I had got it opened. When I was trying the first time and it wouldn't work, and then when I tried it again and it worked and I got it open, y'all. Why did I restart my phone? I don't know why I restarted my phone. I figured if I restarted my phone, then maybe, you know, my screen wouldn't act slow like how it was acting. I figured if I restarted my phone, then it would be fine. But y'all, before I restarted it, what I should have did was I should have removed my lock pattern. That's what I should have did. But I restarted my phone, and then when I tried to, you know, slide up my screen to do my pattern to unlock my phone, my screen was not working at all. It was not working at all. It didn't even want to slide up. So then I tried to do my finger again to unlock it, and it said you have to put in the pattern. You have to put in the pattern after you restart your phone. And I was like, oh my God. So now I really can't get in my phone. My screen is not working. Then it was working like halfway, y'all. So like the left side of my phone wasn't working, but only the right side of my screen was working, which I need to use both sides because I need to make my pattern. My pattern was in the shape of a triangle, and I needed to be able to use the whole entire screen in order to make my triangle. But I couldn't do it, y'all. I was so frustrated. I was upset. And then my ride was still so late. They was like, oh, 30 minutes. 30 minutes had been passed. Then I talked to someone and they was like 15 minutes. And then 15 minutes had passed. And basically I was there for probably like 2 hours after my appointment, just sitting there, just waiting. And I was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'll wait. But I was just like, what do I do? You know, I was in the middle of vlogging for you guys, trying to share with y'all about my health, about my doctor's appointment, you know, and basically tell y'all the results of that appointment. And my screen is not working now. You know, I was just like, this day cannot get any worse. You know what I'm saying? The news that I already got was kind of sad, but at the same time, now I know. Then my screen is not working, which I need this phone. You know what I'm saying? I need this phone. I had to make a last minute decision. Pretty much when I made it back to the house, I was still trying to deal with my phone, still trying to restart it. For some odd reason, it wouldn't restart. And I was trying to like factory reset my phone, so that way when it would cut back on, the screen would just be like it's brand new. Like it's like you getting a phone and it's brand new and you have to set it up. So that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to factory reset it, but because I had restarted it, I had to do my pattern and unlock my phone in order for my phone to even factory reset. So that was another issue that I was dealing with too. Then after a while, it was just like, well, if you're trying to factory reset, you have to turn your phone off. But in order for me to turn my phone off, in order for me to factory reset my phone, I had to put in my pattern. It didn't matter what I wanted to do. Whatever I wanted to do, I had to put the pattern in first. Even if I wanted to turn my phone off, I had to put the pattern in first. If I wanted to restart the phone, I had to put the pattern in. Anything, girl, I had to put the pattern in first because I restarted the phone. And after it restarted, I couldn't do anything unless I put in that pattern. But I couldn't do it because my screen was messed up. So like I said, got back home, still trying to figure that out. I ended up taking the back of my phone off, which was very hard to do. I had only did that like once, you know what I'm saying? I had this phone for years now, and the one time that I had to open up the back of it was just when the pandemic came. But I had already had my phone for some years, and I never had to open up the back of it. But I was like, I have to open the back of it because I need to turn this phone off in order for me to factory reset it. So I got the back of the phone off. I didn't even realize that my phone is made of glass. So like the back of it was cracking. So I'm like, wow, now the back of my phone is cracking. Then I got to my battery, and it was very difficult to get my battery out. So then like I had used this, which I should have thought about it. My phone was still on, and I'm sitting here trying to get my battery out. And when I like touched the battery and I like lifted it a little bit, I had saw a spark, and I just dropped the scissors. Like I saw a spark and I just dropped the scissors, and I was like, ooh, I totally forgot this phone is on. This is all electric, and then this is metal. I'm gonna shock myself. So just immediately dropped it, and I was okay. So then I was like, oh man, I hope I didn't mess up my battery. So then I was just like, well, what do I do? You know, I called around, tried to see how much it would cost to get my screen fixed, and basically, of course, people was just like $149. I kept getting $149.99 to get my screen fixed. So I had to think, y'all, because I'm like, what do I do? I gotta get my screen fixed. I'm just in the midst of editing all of these videos that I have, basically, to make a long story short. And I'm in the midst of trying to create an intro video, outro video, you know what I'm saying? And some of this stuff is saved in my photos, which I'm happy about, because on my other phone I have it connected. So even if I did have lost my videos and stuff like that, it still would have been in my photos on my other phone, thank God. But all of the edits and stuff that I had did, that's on my phone. That's something I wouldn't be able to replace. And I done spent days on a couple of these videos editing, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I would be so crushed if I lost all of this. And I'm just like, man, you know, like this is just crazy. So I was lucky and blessed enough to have a certain type of possession that I had, and I had to sell it. You know, I didn't want to sell this possession because basically I had just got it like months ago. You know, I worked really hard to get it, and I had to let it go. And really I had to let it go because it already was just sitting for like 2 weeks, and I was pondering and sitting on it and being depressed and just stressed out, trying to think of what I'm gonna do to get this vehicle, you know what I'm saying, to get my vehicle fixed. You know, my vehicle broke down on me, you know, y'all, and like my brake line got messed up. My car won't stop if I try and drive it. Like literally, y'all, I would put my car in park and it still would be rolling, and that's extremely dangerous. I was saying online that it could cost from anywhere from $500 or more to get a brake line fixed. Then that's the price of just getting a brake line fixed, you know what I'm saying? Then my mechanic that I was talking to, he was like, we got to get rotors and we got to get this. That's more stuff that I gotta buy. Then I'm like looking at my tire. I don't know how my driver tire got a flat, but I had just bought this tire, and all of a sudden after my brake line go down, now I got this flat on my driver door. So I'm just like, wow, you know. And I was already trying to get my vehicle towed to where I was at, because it was somewhere else, you know, and it had been sitting already for 2 weeks. And for 2 weeks I had been trying to get my vehicle towed to where I was at so that it could be closer to me. But you know, my grandmother, she was just doing everything, and then her brother passed away, which is my uncle that I mentioned, y'all. He passed away out of nowhere. So that just really just threw her mind and just totally distracted her from even trying to help me get my car towed. That, you know, every day basically it was finna be an excuse. It was finna be an excuse of her brother and passing, and she's not gonna want to do this, she's not gonna do that because she's busy with this, she's busy with that. And she just like, well, I'm gonna call you when I'm ready. And I'm like, really? Like, I cannot sit and I cannot wait. You know what I'm saying? I just found out that I gotta get surgery, y'all, and that's another thing I'm gonna get into about my appointment, y'all. The final results of what I need to get done. I just found that I gotta get surgery. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I cannot sit and I cannot ponder on things that I have in my possessions that's making me feel like it's not serving me no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, basically this vehicle that I have, it's not serving me no more. You know, it got me to where I needed to go at a certain time, and now I'm at a certain time where I'm being told, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I really feel like by the universe, you know, that the universe is telling me, Alexis, you really need to sit down and you really need to focus on yourself. You really need to better yourself. Take this time, take these next coming months to just focus on yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to get into details of what all that includes, but you guys will see as these vlogs and as I do more of these videos. Of course, I'll be explaining on exactly what that means as far as me bettering myself. And you know, that's what I just feel like I just need to do, you know. And then, you know, me checking out my knee and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? That's all tied into bettering myself and just focusing on myself and healing myself. So I'm just like, this vehicle is not serving me no more. I gotta get rid of it, and I gotta get the money for it, and I gotta get my phone fixed. And that's what I ended up doing. Literally, y'all, like I was even shocked because it was like 4, almost 5, you know. And normally when it's around 4 or 5, like, you know, places get ready to shut down, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these towing trucks and junk places was closing down, you know. So I was just like really just going off of faith, you know, making these phone calls and Googling what place to junk or whatever. So I ended up having to get a ride, you know. I tried to call a couple people, they wasn't answering. I had to ended up getting a ride from my cousin to go to where my truck was, because I needed to go where my truck was because the title was in the truck, you know. And that was something that the junk people were saying, like, oh, we need the title. So I had to get to my truck. I just had to get to my truck, sit in my truck. I called this person and he was like, I'll come. So he was just like, I'm coming. And he came, you know, he came and he was like, you want Cash App? And I'm like, yup, Cash App. And then, you know, he was looking for like a Cadillac converter or whatever. And he was like, you don't have one. So he was like, if I would have known that you didn't have a Cadillac converter, he was like, I would have never came. And honestly, I wouldn't even be paying you for this right now. But he was like, I'm already here, you know. And I was just like, thank God that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what exactly is what. And I'm glad I didn't tell him on the phone, like, no, I don't have a Cadillac converter, because he wouldn't have never came. I would have never got the money. And I would never got my phone fixed. And we wouldn't even be right here right now, you know. So I'm just like, thank you, God. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, God. Thank you, God. You know, thank you, God, for letting me have all the tools that I need. I just needed to get to my car and handle my business because I knew what I needed to do, and I did it. And I ended up getting the money sent to me on Cash App, and then I ended up Ubering. I ended up Ubering straight to the phone repair place, and went to the phone repair place. And the guy, he was so nice with me. He was so nice. And you know, my phone, it came up to around, like, I want to say $200 and something, because when I ended up getting the back of my phone off and trying to get my battery out, I messed up my battery. And like, he was like, oh, I smell gas, like it's a leakage. So he was like, I'm trying to tell you. He was like, yo, you messed up your battery or whatever. He was like, I want you to smell it because I don't want you to think I'm lying. He handed me the phone. And literally, y'all, I didn't even have to put the phone too close to my nose, but I smelled the gas. And I was like, oh, wow. So he was like, yeah, so now you need your battery fixed. Like, you need this fixed too. So I was like, oh my gosh, more money. So yeah, and then I was like, I need to get some phone cases, you know, because I really don't have no phone cases for this phone. So I was like, I need some phone cases. So he was like, because you're spending so much, you know, he was like, I'll throw in 2 cases, 2 for $25. I'll go ahead and knock down $10 from fixing your battery and just charge you $40 instead of $50. And then yeah, but to me to get this phone fixed, and then he ended up doing my back for me for free. Like he ended up doing that for free, because I told him I was gonna come back for the back of my phone. I was like, don't worry about it, I'll come back for it, you know. And he ended up just doing that for free. And yeah, so now we're here, y'all, 2 days later, because I could have recorded this yesterday after I had got my phone. But y'all, I was just, you know, trying to process my mind, trying to process everything. I was so like exhausted from that whole entire day. And then near the end of that day, I was cramping so much. I knew that I was finna come on my period. It was like any given moment I was finna get ready to come on my period anyways. But by the end of that day, y'all, I was so stressed out. I was cramping really hard. And then that next day when I woke up, of course your girl was on her period. So I was just like, wow, like, you know. And like, that's day 2, you know what I'm saying? That next day when I woke up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just not in a depressive state, but I just was like really like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, feeling very, you know, just brand new. And you know, I was just like, wow, all these decisions that I'm making, like, it, you know, to a person standing outside of me would be like, why are you making these decisions? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you quit a job that you were working for? Why did you sell your truck? Why did you know what I'm saying? It just didn't make any sense. But you know, I knew that I was gonna have to quit, you know what I'm saying, because my knee. And I was like, it's a possibility that I was gonna have to get surgery, and I kind of figured that I was gonna have to get surgery. And if I was gonna have to get surgery, I would have had to quit anyways, because it was gonna basically take me 3 to 6 months to heal, you know. And not most jobs is willing to, you know what I'm saying, basically hold your spot for like 3 to 6 months, you know. And it's just not a guarantee, you know. So I had to quit that. I had to and then I had to sell my truck, because that truck wasn't getting me nowhere, you know what I'm saying. It was just sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting, and it was going to continue to sit after my uncle's funeral, because my grandma was still going to be hurt and still trying to grieve. So that still would have been an excuse for her to be like, oh, we'll just wait. But you know, I had to move my vehicle, you know what I'm saying, because where it was at, you know what I'm saying, that person was trying to get their driveway and stuff done, and I don't want to be trying to hold nobody up, and I definitely don't want nobody calling me like, come get your stuff, and you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to argue with nobody. I'm not trying to do none of that, you know what I'm saying. So I was like, I got to get my vehicle moved right now. So, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like everything was happening for a reason. Everything has been happening for a reason. Everything has been lining up for me. And, you know, I just have to trust this process, you know. Like, I was really emotional yesterday. Like, I had cried a lot. I was praying a lot. I was talking to God, talking to myself, looking in the mirror, and just telling myself, like, I trust you and I trust this process. You know, I know everything does not make sense right now. Do not try and figure it out. But in the next coming months, everything will make sense. Like, it really will, you know. So I'm just like, I have to trust this process. I have to just submit and just give it all to God, you know. And that's what I was doing yesterday. You know, I was doing a lot of thinking, a lot of crying, a lot of praying, and a lot of preparing. You know, I made a few doctor's appointments and stuff like that, because thank God that my insurance offered me transportation. So now that I know that, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a lot more doctor's appointments. I'm gonna get me some new glasses and see about my eyes, and I want to get on birth control, and then I want to see about, you know what I'm saying, my you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna make sure that I'm able to have kids and stuff like that. I want to get all of that checked out. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead, schedule all of these appointments, you know what I'm saying, whether I go to them before my surgery or after my surgery, I'm gonna be able to go. I have a transportation you know, system set up with my insurance, so I'll get there, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, y'all, so now we gonna go ahead and jump back from that day of my appointment. Hold on, y'all, because this car is really loud. I got to my appointment. It is what needs to be fixed. It is the cushion that supports the knees, and the cushion on the right side of my knee is damaged. It is torn. It is a meniscus tear. That is what it's called. That is what the doctor was telling me even a year ago when I went there. It was like, it might be a meniscus tear. Then when I talked to my uncle recently, he was like, it might be a meniscus tear, or you might just need to go to physical therapy to build muscle in your knees. And then, you know, my mom, she has osteoarthritis in her knees. You know, she has to build muscle in her knees. And I was just like, maybe this is really genetics. You know, maybe I thought for a moment that, yes, I just need to build muscle around my knees, and that's what's the problem. But no, y'all. My doctor looked at my MRI image, and yes, y'all, it is a meniscus tear. So I have to get surgery. He said, luckily, you know, what I need to get repaired is not an invasive surgery, so they don't need to like open up my whole entire knee. They just need to make 2 incisions. He said, one with the camera, one with the thing to repair it. And make a long story short, that's how it's gonna go. Not gonna take that much recovery time. These next coming months, I'm just focused on me. I'm just focused on my health. I'm just focused on bettering me. I'm just focused on healing. And, you know, because in these next coming months, after these next coming months, I will start traveling, y'all. Okay, your girl is finna start traveling. So, yes, y'all. So I have a meniscus tear in my right knee, on the right side of my knee. The cushion that supports the knees, that's what I have to get repaired. He said that everything else on my knee is perfectly fine. He was like, your knee is perfect, it's just that one part, you know. And basically he explained it like, say if you were to go outside barefooted, Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not comfortable. So he was like, you're going to put some shoes on that's, you know what I'm saying, memory foam, that's going to support your feet and make it feel comfortable. That's how your knee should feel. But your knee feels like you're walking outside barefoot and it's uncomfortable. And yeah. And I was like, that's a great analogy. You know what I'm saying? That's a really great analogy. So basically I need that cushion back for my knee. That's what I need. I'm definitely in a more better headspace than I was 2 days ago. I definitely feel so great. And I've also been doing a lot of breathing exercises. That's something I'm definitely going to be getting more into, breathing exercises, because that's definitely helping my anxiety right now, because my anxiety is really high right now, you know, and it's to be expected because my life is definitely taking a bunch of turns and I just have to trust the process, you know, and I just have to you know what I'm saying, just trust the process, you know. I want to show y'all my cute little cactus that I had got yesterday. I think it's so cute. And actually it didn't even come in this pot. It was in like a smaller one, but I had this already and I was like, I want to put it in here, you know. And then I mixed it up with the dirt that was already in it and stuff, and then I just put some water on it because it was very dry. I don't know how long it was sitting in Walmart, but I was just like, I'm gonna go ahead and wet it. And then I had took like a little piece of it had fell out, you know, it fell off. So I just, like, you know, made some space for it and put it down, and hopefully it just grows into another beautiful cactus on the side, you know. So I was just like, oh, this is just so cute. And it's a Mona Lisa cactus. That's what it's called. Oh yes, y'all, this is my little cactus plant. It is real and it is so cute. And then y'all, I have like this is my cousin's. But basically I have 2 other little pots like this, and she has the same one as me. Like, this one is a mini rose grow kit, and then I have a sunflower grow kit, and they're basically 2 small ones just like that size that I'm going to be growing next. Referred me to this doctor. They said that he's an orthopedic / sports medicine, and the doctor was just basically saying, like, you don't want to get surgery done from someone that knows about this surgery, but you want to get it done by someone that specializes in this surgery and that does this surgery basically every day. It's something how last year when I was really trying to get this figured out, like, it was just not working for me at all. But somehow this year, at this exact moment, you know, everything just aligned and everybody picked up, everybody called, and everything was set and scheduled, you know. So it was just last year when I wanted it to get done and figured out, it just wasn't the time, you know. And this year, this month, this timing is the time, you know. Talk to y'all later, okay? I did this video there who got insurance, or if you just know period that is something wrong, you know, you need to take care of something with your health, go do it. Go do it now. Stop waiting. Stop waiting, you know. Even if you got depression, even if you got anxiety, even if you got PTSD, even if you just got a mental illness that just derails you from caring about your health, just care about your health. Go make that appointment. Go to that doctor and go get your health together. Go get it together, okay? Let's all go get our health together, okay? So, yeah, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye. This is Simone from Dr. And the anti-toxic right out. Yeah, I'm going to go. It's set up for the 26th. But the doctor is not going to be. I can't wait to go see that. I can do 8:45 and 9:45. Got here a little early. Alright, we'll see this. Got here at 10:25. Hey y'all. So I basically been getting my weight and my height done. I had got another x-ray done, and I just got done finishing all of my paperwork. It was a lot of stuff to fill out, but I finally finished it because basically I got to the back before I could even finish anything. So I just got done. Now I'm waiting on Dr. Schubert to come. I'm sitting here waiting patiently. I'm a little nervous. My blood pressure was a little high because I am very, very nervous. You know, I've never been down this route of getting surgery. So it's just all new for me and I am a little nervous. But I know that everything will work out just fine. Yeah, and I forgot to like write down questions and stuff to ask, but I just feel like, you know, as he talked to me, I think the questions will just come to me automatically, you know. So yeah, y'all like my earrings? So yeah, y'all, I need to oil my hair and put some moisturizer on it and stuff. And I ain't do my edges, y'all, so that's why my edges is looking like that. I didn't slick them down. But yeah, this is the third appointment. This is the consultation appointment. Oh, that was another thing, y'all. Like, I got it mixed up. I skipped some steps. I thought that I was getting surgery the same day today after my consultation, but I was wrong. So y'all, yeah. But when I get back home, y'all, I'll tell y'all more of everything, you know, what's going on. I think the doctor's coming, so I'll be back. It is currently 11:54 and my appointment was at 11 a.m. I got here at like 10:23 and I've been sitting back here since like 11:11. Like I looked at my phone and it was right at 11:11 when I got back here and now it's 11:54. Luckily, the transportation system that comes with my insurance, they will still be able to pick me up. I'm just glad that they not on a strict policy where they like, okay, because they asked me, you know, how long do you think you're going to be? And I told them an hour. It's basically finna be an hour now. And I still have not been seen by the doctor. I'm kind of irritated. I almost want to go out there and be like, hey, did y'all forget about me? But I'm going to wait. Because I'll be able to just easily call the transportation and tell them to come and pick me up, and they'll come pick me up. But I've never had to sit and wait this long before, like ever, you know. And then for this to be about my consultation for my surgery, it's really nerve-wracking, you know what I'm saying? Like I already deal with anxiety and it's making me more anxiety just sitting in here and still not knowing anything, you know. Like I'm ready to go ahead and get this consultation going and I'm ready to go ahead and schedule for my surgery so that I can go ahead and get it as soon as possible so I can go ahead and start this healing, you know, because I got places to be, you know what I'm saying? I got places to be, I got things I need to do, you know what I'm saying? And like when I get this surgery, it's kind of going to put me at a standstill just for a moment, you know, and I won't be able to be out in public and doing everything and vlogging and recording for y'all, you know. So that's why I know like when I get this surgery, like I definitely want to like try and get out as much as I can and do things as much as I can before I have to sit for a minute. I've been taking magnesium, B12, omega-3, fish oil, prenatal pills, calcium pills, and zinc. And I want to add more. But yeah, you know, I've been taking all them supplements and I Googled it and it said like with anesthesia, you shouldn't take certain supplements when you're about to get, you know, anesthesia. So, and I stopped taking all my supplements like 6 days ago. Like I stopped taking all of them except for the fish oil a week ago. And then the day after, like I took my fish oils like 2 days after. Then I was just like, I'm gonna just stop. Like I'm not gonna take none of my supplements. So I haven't been taking none of my supplements for probably like, you know, 6 days now, you know. And I'm ready to get back on my supplements, you know. That's something I'm definitely gonna do right after my surgery. Like I'm gonna get right back on my supplements, you know, because I'm trying to live a healthy lifestyle, you know. Like, and it's just so frustrating because I don't know what's going on with my nails, y'all. Like I'm ready to do do my nails. You know what I'm saying? Do me a poly set. And I want to show y'all, but my nails, you know, and I don't want to put no tips on. I don't want to put no false nails on because I want to wear my natural nails. And it's just frustrating because, you know, I get to a point where my nails, they start to grow out, but then they start breaking, you know. And it's like they're not brittle, but they're just not hard, you know? Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what kind of deficiency I'm having, you know, and that's why I started taking them supplements because I feel like I have a deficiency. I feel like even before my nail situation, like, you know, come to find out, like, I'm deficient, you know, in a lot of things, and it has to do with my hyperpigmentation as well, you know. So that's why a lot of these supplements that I'm taking now is like lightening up my hyperpigmentation, is making it smaller, I should say, you know, because this side, or was it this side? Yeah, it was this side. This side was way bigger, way worse. Yeah, it was this side. This side was way bigger and it was way worse. And it's so small now. And I know it's because of these supplements I've been taking and, you know, the weight loss that I've been, you know, losing and stuff. But yeah, like I just need to make an appointment. Honestly, I am more than likely tomorrow, because tomorrow will be Friday. So I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow. And I'm gonna go ahead and make an appointment with my physician because I haven't met my physician yet. So I need to go and meet my physician and find out my blood type so that I can know what type of diet I need to have, you know. And I need to find out what I'm deficient in because my nails won't get hard. Like, they won't stay hard. They'll grow. You know, I never had a problem with my nails growing, but they grow out and then they break. And then I have to cut them down. And then they grow out and then they break. Then I have to cut them down, you know, really 1 inch, you know, growth. And I had to cut them because I was, you know, dealing with my clothes. And next thing you know, I could feel my nail ripping. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's ripping. So I had just clipped them down with the nail clipper. And then next thing you know, I'm feeling all my other nails. And I'm like, they still very, you know, they still flimsy. Like, it's like my nails are trying to get hard, you know. And this one is not bending for real because it's hard. So this is good, you know. But I need all my other nails to catch up. I put some biotin on it. I do it every 3 days. So I had just did it last night. That was the 3rd day. So I'm going to get back into doing this. And I'm going to just keep cutting my nails down when they grow out. And if they still flimsy, I'm just keep cutting them down. But I'm going to definitely make me an appointment with my physician because I need to find out what's going on with my nails. Why they not getting hard. You know what I'm saying? I have no type of marks or anything, you know, that would let someone know, like, oh yeah, it's something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nail beds are perfect. You know what I'm saying? You see them, they're perfect. It's no blemishes, it's no lines, it's no nothing. You know, my nail beds look exactly how they're supposed to look. Healthy. Especially this one. It's healthy. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong. So I just don't know why when my nails grow out, they still are so soft. You know what I'm saying? They're not becoming hard. It's frustrating. Because I'm ready to do my nails, y'all. Like, I'm ready to do my nails. Like, I'm ready to do my nails. Like, and I don't want to put no tips on. I don't want to do no more tips. Nothing. I want my nails to be natural. I want to use nail dip powder and poly sets. Because I'm not getting acrylic on my nails no more. I'm done with acrylic. I'm so done with acrylic. I don't need acrylic. And I don't need tips, you know. Natural is natural. I want to be natural, you know. So, yeah. All right, y'all. I think I am about to go to the office and make sure that they didn't forget about me because I've been basically back here for like an hour now. So, I'll be back, y'all. Hey y'all, so I'm back from my appointment, as y'all can see. So y'all, I got all these papers. All these papers. Like, basically, I don't know what these flyers are, but it's a post-surgical rehab, performance rehab, physical therapy. Yeah, so these are flyers for physical therapy. And then he gave me he gave me a list of workouts to do at home right now, which I definitely am going to get on them. This is I'm guessing that this is with, oh, okay, it is. It's about the workouts and stuff that I can do at home to strengthening my knee. And if y'all see something on my lips, y'all, it's not nothing, I promise. It's just this lip gloss. I'm gonna show y'all what it is so y'all can see what I mean. It's 24 karat gold, and it got like little gold pieces of flakes in it and stuff. So if y'all see stuff on my lips, it's just the gold flakes, that's all. But yeah, yeah, this is a thing to show me. Oh, okay, yeah, because I see on the next paper. It's to show me how to strengthen my knee and stuff. So basically, if you guys can tell when I mention physical therapy, then you guys should know basically I made the choice to not get surgery. I made the choice to just do physical therapy for 6 weeks. That's what I'm gonna do. Basically he was just like, you know, do it for 6 weeks. I'll be going back June 29th. I'll be going back June 29th. Basically will be 6 weeks from now. And you know, he was like, basically at some point in the 6 weeks of me going to physical therapy, if I feel like my knee is getting worse, then I could just let him know and we can go ahead and schedule surgery. But if I feel like my knee is fine, you know, I'm gonna just stick with the physical therapy. I'm gonna just strengthen my knee up. And you know, see, this all just ties into what I already been discovering, what I already basically know, and what I believe is going on with my body, you know. Like I said, at the beginning of this pandemic, I was dealing with some issues with my body. I was dealing with a tilted hip, you know, and then I'm just realizing too that you store a lot of trauma in your hips. Didn't know that, just found that out. So that explains, you know what I'm saying, all the trauma that I went through and, you know, wasn't healing from it. And then 5 years of me trying to heal it. And, you know, I reached a point where I had a tilted hip at the beginning of this pandemic. And I just feel like all the stored trauma that I was dealing with just basically tilted my hip, you know, like it was unbalanced. And, you know, I was able to get it back, you know, get my hip back on track. I went to the chiropractor and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, but I still feel like I'm holding a lot of trauma and tension in my hips. So that's definitely like me doing this physical therapy, you know, like I'm gonna try my best to like just really move my whole entire body, you know, like, but like I was saying, when I say all of this is just tying into what I'm discovering, what I basically know is basically your girl. I've never been athletic. You know what I'm saying? Your girl has never been athletic her whole entire life. Your girl has never played sports, you know what I'm saying, consistently. So, you know, I've never been to the gym. I've never, you know what I'm saying, that stuff I've never done, you know. And I feel like my body is weak at this point. You know what I'm saying? My body is telling me, Alexis, we're weak. We're not sick, but we're weak. And we're weak because you don't have no, you know, you don't really have no muscles. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, everyone has muscles, but I've never built on it. You know what I'm saying? I've never built on it. So I just feel like my body at this state, at 28 years old, it's weak. And I have to build muscle. You know what I'm saying? I have to build muscle. I have to work out and gain the strength back in my body so that I won't have any more injuries. You know, I feel like I got this knee situation because my knees was already weak and it wasn't strong. So I injured myself, and I basically been injured with my knee for 8 years, you know. Basically, you know, I've been pushing it to the wayside, you know. And he was like, you'll be surprised at how many people It's just crazy, y'all, how I've had a meniscus tear for like 8 years. You know what I'm saying? For 8 years, I've had a meniscus tear. And, I've been so distracted with life, my mental health, everything around me. And, I have definitely put my knee to the side. I was just like, I get to it when I get to it. I feel like my mental illness, my depression and my anxiety and PTSD definitely distracted me from handling my knee, I kept saying it's not that bad, it's not that bad, it's not that bad, And I just feel like if he was like, oh, it's bad. Like if he was just like, oh, it's bad and this is wrong and this is wrong, but my knee is perfectly fine. They was like, you know what I'm saying? Even he was explaining to me, when I ended up leaving out of the room, we had went to go look at all of my MRIs and x-rays and stuff, and he was just showing me all these different angles of my knee. And basically I'm knock-kneed too. That's another thing I just found out. Like my uncle told me first that I was knock-kneed, but the doctor said it again. He was like, yeah, you're knock-kneed. So basically that means like I look like I'm bow-legged, but I'm not bow-legged. It's knock-kneed. And that means that basically, like, if I were to stand completely straight and, like, put my knees together, put my feet together, you would notice that in the area of my knees that they kind of go inward. You know what I'm saying? That's knock-kneed. And, yeah, I found that out as well. So, yeah. So, because he was just like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And he just was like, you could do physical therapy and build strength. And I was like, basically, that would prevent me from making it any worse. That would prevent me from having any future injuries with my knee. But he was just like, basically that. But basically, the physical therapy wouldn't repair my tear. And I'm just like, it's confusing because I want to repair my tear. You know what I'm saying? I want to repair my tear. I don't want to... because physical therapy is basically to me, it seems like it's putting a Band-Aid over it. Putting a Band-Aid over a tear. When we all know a Band-Aid is not going to help a tear. You have to get it stitches or get it sewn or get it fixed, And that's why I was just like, I kind of was even contemplating, even when he asked me, what do I want to do? I really was just like, I almost wanted to be like, just do it. But something was telling me, just give physical therapy a try. He was like, you could do it for 4 weeks, 6 weeks. And I said, give it 6 weeks. I'm going to give it 6 weeks. I think I'm going to do that, because I'm also looking at the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? I am young. And I can, build strength in my body and in my knee, you know what I'm saying? So that I can be strong and I won't have any more further injuries. But it's just like, I don't want to be doing it for like 4 weeks, and I'm like, oh, nothing is working, and I just wasted 4 weeks when I could have just went ahead on and scheduled for the surgery. And yeah, and it will push everything back. You know what I'm saying? If that's what I have to end up doing, you know what I'm saying, in 4 weeks, and I realize nothing is changing, it's getting worse, or it's about the same, then I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have to end up getting surgery. And then it's just like, when I get the surgery, then he was explaining, healing process and everything, and how I would have to be locked in for like 2 weeks in a knee brace and can't move, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I just don't feel like, even if I do have to end up choosing surgery, that I know that, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to be a very bad surgery to the point where I have to wait 6 months to heal. Like, I know that's not going to happen for me because it's not that bad. He was saying like it'll take like 2 to 3 months. So I was like, if I end up getting surgery, it probably would take me like probably 2 to 3 months to heal, which that's a good, amount of timing taken up to work, focus on my knee. So y'all, I'm just praying to God, praying to God that I made the right choice today. I'm gonna give all my worries and my stress to God, and I'm gonna just go ahead and wake up tomorrow, Friday, and make these appointments at the physical therapy place It's some place called Athletico, you know. And when I heard that, it sounded like athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like athletic. Yes, that's what your girl needs to be. I need to be athletic. I do. You know, I do. I need to be more athletic. I need to I need to build strength back in my body, you know? I need to build strength back in my body. Like, I ain't never trying to be, you know what I'm saying, having no rock hard, flat abs, stomach. I'm never trying to get like that. Never, never. And I'm not trying to have no arms where I'm just cut and you know what I'm saying, and bulky looking. Like, I'm never trying to do that. I just want to get to a space where, you know what I'm saying, I'm fit and I'm tight and I'm toned and I'm strong, you know. Like, that's just where I want to be, you know, with my health journey, my weight loss journey, all that. I just want to get to a place where I'm healthy and I'm happy and I'm strong and I'm toned and I'm tight, you know, like about the vitamins. So he was like, basically everything that I listed was okay except for the omega-3. So he was like, if we did have to schedule you for surgery, like, I would just tell you to stop a week before the surgery taking the vitamin pills, because basically when you take omega-3 pills, it thins out your blood or something like that, he was saying. So yeah, but I've been taking these vitamins because I feel like I'm deficient in them, you know. And yeah, I'm trying to cure this hyperpigmentation, and I'm trying to, you know, have my nails grow back strong, because my nails are weak. They're breaking, you know, they're growing and then they're breaking, and they're growing and they're breaking, and it's just frustrating. That's another thing, y'all. I'm gonna set up my physician's appointment too tomorrow. So yeah, yeah, I'm really lucky. You know, like, I'm really lucky, because getting to these doctor's appointments and stuff like that, I don't know how I would have been able to do it if I didn't have this insurance, or if my insurance didn't offer transportation. I don't know how I would have been able to make it to any of these appointments. You know, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just to be real, I wouldn't be able to make it to them. So I'm just very grateful, you know, because now I'm finna be going to physical therapy, and I hope I could do it 5 days a week, because if I could do physical therapy 5 days a week, I'm doing it. And I'll be able to get transportation 5 days a week. Thank the Lord. I'll be back.